Chapter 3, Denise. It wasn't just him. That's what nobody ever understood. People like making things simple. Like somebody wakes up one day and decides to destroy their own life on purpose. That's not how it happens. Things shift slowly first. Pressure builds quietly. Little doubts become bigger ones. Silence starts lasting longer. And eventually, you stop recognizing your own thoughts. Denise sat on the edge of her bed staring at her phone while the ceiling fan spun slowly overhead. Raheim's name sat at the top of her messages. Solid, safe, reliable. That should have made her feel calm. Instead, it made her feel guilty. She scrolled lower, then stopped. Ty. Just seeing his name tightened something in her chest. Not love, not exactly. Something more dangerous. Memory, history, comfort. The kind of comfort people run toward when life starts feeling too heavy somewhere else. Denise stared at the screen. Didn't open the messages. Didn't delete them either. That hesitation, that was the real problem. If something truly means nothing to you, you let it go easily. She didn't. "Denise," her mother yelled from the other room. "You leaving or what?" "Yeah," Denise answered quickly, but she still didn't move. Instead, she stood slowly and walked toward the mirror hanging beside her closet door. She stared at herself carefully. Hair perfect, lip gloss fresh, outfit right. Everything looked controlled externally. Inside was different. "You good," she whispered quietly to herself. It didn't sound believable. Raheim felt right. That was true. But Ty felt finished. That's what scared her. With Raheim, everything still felt like work. Pressure, building, trying, figuring life out together. With Ty, things used to feel complete already. Easy. No emotional labor. No explaining. And sometimes easy becomes dangerous when life already feels exhausting. Her phone buzzed. "Raheim, I'm outside." A smile crossed her face automatically. That was the problem too. Raheim always reached the soft parts of her naturally. No games, no effort, just him. She grabbed her jacket and headed toward the front door. "Be back before it gets too late," her mother said from the kitchen. "I will." Her mother looked at her longer than usual. "You okay?" Denise forced another smile. "Yeah." But mothers recognize emotional confusion faster than anybody. And Denise could tell immediately she wasn't fully convinced. Outside, humid air wrapped around the neighborhood while distant thunder rolled somewhere over the city. Raheim stood exactly where she expected him to be, leaning against the car, pretending he hadn't been waiting, pretending he wasn't checking his phone every 2 minutes, pretending she didn't affect him deeply. "You been waiting?" Denise asked. "Nah." "You lying." "Why would I lie?" "Because you don't like admitting stuff." He smirked slightly. "You know me now?" "I should." That word sat strangely between them. Should. Not do, not already. Should. Denise stepped closer and kissed him slowly. Familiar, warm, safe. That part never changed. But when she pulled back, she studied him differently. Not just emotionally, carefully. Like she was checking whether the version of him she needed still existed. "You good?" he asked softly. "Yeah." "You sure?" Denise looked away. "Yeah." Because if she looked directly at him too long, she might tell the truth accidentally. A car rolled slowly past. Girls inside stared too long at Raheim. Denise noticed immediately. Of course she did. Her hand moved to his wrist instinctively. Small gesture, but perceptive enough. Raheim looked at her instead of them. That should have comforted her. Instead, it made the guilt worse. Because this wasn't really about jealousy. It was about fear. Fear that she was emotionally drifting somewhere she never planned to go. "What you want to do?" Raheim asked. "Anything," Denise answered. But even she heard the emptiness inside the word. Because her mind still wasn't fully there. Ty, again. The thought returned immediately, persistent, dangerous. And this time, it stayed. Denise looked back at Raheim, solid, present, trying, then looked away again. Because for the first time, she wondered something she never wanted to question before. What if love wasn't enough to stop pressure from changing people? And the thought terrified her more than Ty ever could.